Hey, everybody. Saturday night. Um, Thanks to everybody who showed up last week to complain. Now it's just me and Hartman. I appreciate all of you guys. No, we're going to try to have a fun show for you guys tonight. It's got to be, you know what? Let's just cue the intro.
Warning. The following video contains material that some viewers may find harmful or could be traumatizing to some audiences and doesn't reflect the opinion of Renovision. Viewer discretion advised.
We're here.
Yes, we
Like
are.
I said, it's just me and Hartman tonight. Matt has to babysit, and I guess it's not babysitting when it's your kid, but Matt has his kid. And Sam is at a wedding. Six was supposed to come on, but I haven't heard from him. Our friend Stumbling Jedi was supposed to come on. We haven't heard from him. Ish was supposed to come on. I didn't hear from him. So here we are. So we got a lot of fun stuff for you guys tonight. We got some news. We got our comic wars. We got a lot of fun stuff though. So I guess what I say, with the cat's away, the mice will play, I guess. So it's time for the mice to fucking play. So let's get this show started. Sam, get the fuck out of this chat.
Yeah, who's in?
Okay, so we're going to start with news. To start this show off right, we're going to start with Tom Cruise news. It's Tom Cruise news. It's Tom Cruise news.
Tom Cruise.
Oh, Tom Cruise. It's Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise. Going to space in the
moon. So, yep, Tom Cruise will be the first civilian to do a spacewalk outside of the International Space Station for his new movie with director Doug Liam. It says, you know, they can't, you know, Tom just can't act like he's floating in space this time. Since they got a $200 million range budget, he's got to do it on the space station.
And it could be garbage. It could be absolute shit.
Well, it might be because the entire budget is going to him shooting off into this goddamn International Space Station to...
He's like Evel Knievel right now. Like, this is like something Evel Knievel would do. Like, I mean, why? I don't know. Why do it? Like, do we really want to see it? I don't want to see it. I don't.
So does that mean Doug gets to also do a spacewalk as he's filming it?
Oh yeah, dang, that's like, well, we got to go with him. So, like,
hey, I heard in space cameras are lighter.
The worst case scenario is that Tom survives, and we could have like a what's that movie where dude gets whacked by some space junk and flies off into space? That would be some crazy stuff to see. Gravity, I think that's what it was called, with Sandra Bullock. I think that was the name
George
of it.
Clooney.
Yeah, she just flies off into space, and somehow she gets back. I don't know how that happened, but like that would be interesting to see. But I mean, thank Scientology for this.
What was that? I don't remember what the movie's called, but doesn't that defeat the whole purpose? Like, that wouldn't have really happened in space. He didn't have to actually let go. Oh, look at this. Welcome, Sticks. Welcome. We were talking about Tom Cruise doing a spacewalk.
Oh, please let him.
We're hoping someone just cuts the rope and pushes him.
Oh, Tom Cruise is on a spacewalk. Clip.
See you later. I like how two people on the show are in the chat saying shit. Get the fuck out of our chat. So
Is my mic popping?
who cares?
Well, I don't want to be popping.
You're always popping, dude. You're a popping dude.
Yeah. Well, back to
Let's
Tom
stick-
Cruise. Like, so he's going to do this, and he could die. I mean, that's honestly, that would be interesting to see some crazy bad shit happen. But like,
What they should
we
do
don't,
is
we
they
won't,
would go,
we don't want to
I
lose
would like
him.
to see a thing where they're recording and they go, most astronauts train for years to do this. You've got 2 weeks.
It's kind of like Armageddon, right? They train
That's
those
what I was
guys.
getting to.
Yeah.
That's how they should do it, though. They should like do this hardcore, super quick training. You know, just like
The
I was saying
majority of the
before,
film is not going to be there, though. They said the majority is going to be on Earth. So
just enough to do a spacewalk, I guess. But
yeah, down on his luck guy goes to space and spacewalks.
I wonder if he'll go to space and he'll be like Captain Kirk was when he got there, all sad, all sad.
It could be.
He'll
Bouncing out here, it's dark.
knowing Tom Cruise, he'll probably bring a whole camera crew to film the next Mission Impossible 12 movie or whatever it is.
Yeah, like he's pushing his luck now. Like,
I mean, you saw the last one there. He's hanging off the side of planes for real. I mean, the dude must have a death wish.
I think he's got the parasite. I think he's got that parasite, that the parasite that is in cat poop, and that you lose that fear. It's the cat. The mice gets it, and then the mice loses that fear when cat's piss is like around, and it just like starts to enjoy the cat piss. So the mice go to the cat piss, and then they get killed by the cats. I think that's what's going on here. I think he's got toxoplasmosis. I think that's what it is.
He's gonna claim space for Scientology.
He loses the receptors in the fear receptors. So that's why you get people to do those crazy Instagram stunts and all that crap. Google it. Look it up.
So are you telling us that Tom Cruise ate cat poop?
No, but this is why they don't like pregnant women around litter boxes, because that's how it's transmitted. Like it's formed in mice, and then rats or cats eat it, and then they shit it, and then it can be transferred to humans. I'm serious. It's toxoplasmosis. Look it up. It's a truth. It's a real thing.
Sounds like it would be part of the Black Plague.
Right here.
They think that's why those. That's why they think that those people like do crazy shit, like on Instagram and like do all those stunts. And the guys that do the free climbing and stuff.
So that's why the weird cat lady are the way they are.
I mean, it's a possibility.
Hartman is poisoned by it. Stay away.
No, I hate cat. I'm allergic to cat. Yeah, it's toxoplasmosis. That's a name.
So what I've gotten from this is Tom Cruise eats cat poop. I mean, that's
possibly. I mean,
that's what
you can get it other than eating cat poop. Like, I think if you play with it and build with it, and like,
so you're saying he eats poop and he builds cat poop sandcastles?
I don't know. They just say pregnant women shouldn't get near litter boxes, and this is one of the reasons why. I mean, I personally color the cat poop and make clay figures with it.
See, now I'm picturing Tom Cruise at his dinner table building a cat poop sized devil's rim mountain, like in Close Encounter of the Third Kind.
He's licking his fingers, trying to wet it and form it a little bit. and then he's like, you know what? I'm going to spacewalk. I think that's my next move. Like, I'm feeling crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
no. This is what he does. He dries the cat poop out and then he grinds it up. Then he.
Ooh.
Fucking space.
God, that's got to sting.
That's what he does. That's what he does. So
Making tortilla shells.
Stunting his growth.
that was from the coffee.
Well, if
Yeah,
you're just joining us for the first,
we're talking about it's
10 minutes there.
toxoplasmosis, and it is an infection by eating infected rodents, birds, or small animals. Anything contaminated with feces from another cat. Only cats. No, it says only cats only spread toxoplasma in their feces for 1 to 3 weeks following infection with the parasite. Like humans, cats rarely have symptoms when infected.
That's why cats are dicks.
Yes, because they're selfish and they're assholes and they don't like it when you come home from work. They're not shaking their tails like dogs are.
Okay. So
I'll
next
get you
we've
soon,
got
human.
They'll both eat you when there's no food left. So,
Yeah.
That's why we have opposable thumbs.
So we don't eat cat poop.
Mm-hmm.
Stay away.
Exactly.
Important
But I
safety.
encourage anybody to do their own research. I mean, I'm not lying about this. This is it's proven. You can be tested to see if you have this.
We believe you.
I mean, why would I lie about cat poop in anyways?
I don't know.
I mean,
So what do you guys think about a Spider-Man 4 coming to nearly to the end of Phase 5? By doing this, it seems like they've pushed other movies. What do you guys think?
is he going to be in it? Is this going to be Marvel? Is this
Is Spider-Man going to be in it?
Yeah,
I would
because the
assume
Spider-Verse.
that Spider-Man will be in Spider-Man 4.
Well, the Spider-Verse has been a lot of not Spider-Man, right? I mean, I've heard a lot of people being mentioned, but
I'm pretty sure Spider-Man's going to be in Spider-Man 4.
Venom's in the Spider-Verse, right? And Spider-Man wasn't in Venom. And then,
No.
what other ones are there? There was
Hi, Nathan. That's why he never uses a condom for the cat poop.
Fun
Okay.
fact: Walmart bags do work as condoms.
I'm in New York. They don't sell plastic bags anymore.
Ooh, what?
So I'm out of luck, I guess.
Because they're killing animals?
In New York? Possibly.
Oh, man, that's bad.
As far as this goes, if they're pushing it that far, I'm guessing they're going to try and use that, try and bridge the Venom symbiote from the end of Into the Spider-Verse or the No Way Home or Far From Home, the last movie.
No Way Home?
Yeah, No Way Home. And try and get Venom into it. And because at some point in the comics, Venom does join the Thunderbolts, or the Dark Avengers.
Man, that's like
that'd be great.
That right there is so far. That like I hear you, but that just sounds like it would be so far away from ever happening. Like with Sony and Marvel, I'm over here thinking what's this Madam Web? Like, what's going on with that? Like, that seems like it's all the way across the town. Marvel's like a state over.
I'm not one to judge how their movies have been, but they haven't really been hitting home runs with Morbius. How
dare you?
I mean, Venom was good, but it wasn't like the Marvel movies have been, right?
Yeah.
So Sony wants to keep the license of Spider-Man, and they want to make money. Okay, they're stockholders, and they all want to make money. What better way to make money than to team up even more with Marvel and say, let's go for it? And
but with Sony having the rights like they do, they could just tell them, hey, we're putting out a new Spider-Man movie.
They can, but if Marvel's not behind it, how good do you think it's going to actually be? And do you think they have confidence that they can write that good a Spider-Man movie? I don't know.
They killed it with She-Hulk.
They did. We'll talk about that soon enough. But I mean, that's a good thought that I think maybe they're pushing it to Venom was good. Yeah.
Venom came out of nowhere. No question. It came out of nowhere, and it was good for what it was. But the lack of Spider-Man, a lot of people still probably haven't seen it because there's no Spider-Man in it.
I don't even think I finished the second one. I just couldn't do it. It was like Morbius. I get to a certain point and I just nod off. It's just not. I mean, I'm excited to see this come out.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the idea. I think you're on to something with they're having Spider-Man push the movies and push something. I think that's a pretty good thought.
I think the key word in that story is Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
Because, I mean, it says Thunderbolts was set to release 2 weeks after that Spider-Man date, so.
Right.
Yep. So we'll see.
But, I mean, you're right. I mean, Sony's got a lot of other Spider movies on their docket. It's just a question of how well they do.
And when I'm waiting for the disabled Spider-Man. Like I'm waiting for him to push the ones that are like newer, like the one with the crutches. Like for some reason I see that coming. I see it coming.
Is that from the new series that just came out?
Yeah. Like I really do see that coming. Now that I'm thinking about it, they will definitely do some shit like that.
I don't think it's that's that. I don't think that not necessarily Sony likes to hold hands with Marvel, but I think when it comes to this, they know that as long as Marvel has got their claws into Spider-Man like they do, it's going to be a good product. So it's a win for them.
Yeah. And like I said, they want to make money. I think that's what it really boils down to. We want to make money.
It's like doing business with that guy that you don't really want to do business with, but it works out in the end. So you just got to kind of suck it up.
Yeah.
I mean, I just wonder if there's like some lost in translation like something that's like between the two names. Like where did he get Madam Web from? Why? Like
the comics.
Yeah, I know, but why? I don't know. Why her? Why go there?
They probably have like research teams going through
their. They probably still have rights to it,
right? And so this pops up, and they go, "Hey, there's this lady, Madam Web, who controls this Spider-Verse or this, the."
I just
space-time continuum.
When I saw Michael Keaton not show up to film that in-credit scene. That's when I'm like, oh God, this is not going to be good. They can't even get him to come and film the end credit scene. They just got him to do some voiceover work in the studio.
Yeah, I think Joe put it the best way. When Marvel is the strong hand, it makes more money. When Sony has the range, you get Venom and Morbius.
Like they killed Carnage off, and that they had a game I played when I was a kid on that shit. Like everybody is thinking Carnage is so badass, and then
that
like
Super NES game,
dead. Yeah,
yeah.
He's in a movie, dead, crazy. He's gone. Forget about him.
But now that there's talks of Spider-Man 4, Ned was talking back in 2017 that in Spider-Man 4 he'd be the villain, and now he's kind of having to backpedal and apologize for it. He said, I'd like to say I'm really sorry, everyone. I did this stupid thing back in 2016 when mentioned it in an interview, and I stupidly just continued with the story as if like I knew what was going to happen. And now everyone is talking about it. And for that, I'm just sorry for all the misinformation.
Well, that and he was getting into hella shape. Like he was losing all the weight and getting in shape. And people were like, uh-oh, something's going on with this guy. The Spider-Man guy, the guy in the chair, he's like getting kind of fit. He must be like coming on as a villain or something. And then he comes out and says some shit. I could definitely see where, when you're dating some girl and she starts like trying to work out and shit, like 4 years into the relationship, you're like, wait a sec, what are you doing? Like what? The hell
You're getting ahead of
know?
yourself, buddy. Yeah.
No, it'll happen. You just watch. You watch.
Right.
It's a conspiracy.
So with this, I think another thing that we could say is that, they have these, let's say they have, he may have gotten information that something was gonna happen to his character along the line, right? So they're kicks in your NDA, right? So now Marvel says, no, we're not going to do that because you've already soured that plan for us, and they ixnay that whole plan.
NDA, no dicking around. Is that what that
Do
means?
stars
Pretty
really
much.
know what's going to happen to them, though? Like when you're in the movie, you don't really know until you're there and you're reading the script. He doesn't know in advance what's going to happen to his character.
Well, anything's
Maybe,
possible now.
maybe not, but they can Wikipedia search just like we can on what his character has done, right? So
Well,
he Wikipedia's Ned Leeds, and Ned Leeds was the Hobgoblin. Maybe I'm going to become the Hobgoblin at some point.
I mean, you're right. That's
I mean, there's other characters that have been the Hobgoblin. It doesn't necessarily have to be him, but I mean it's right there on. I mean, everything's on Wikipedia, right? It's all true.
no, you can't go and.
Well,
edit
it's
that.
true until you can make it, right? You can go in there and change some shit around.
Yeah, anybody can go in there and change on Wikipedia, but certain facts are facts. Ned Leeds
Well,
does
yeah, I
become
mean-
the Hobgoblin for a little bit.
Yeah, true. Let's try to change some stuff in Wikipedia and see what happens.
I was trying to see how long Sony still has the rights to Spider-Man.
According to the internet,
Wow.
2009.
Oh, that's like next year.
2009. Yep.
2009. Well, yeah, I don't know how. I think they have it as long as they keep making movies, right?
Yeah. He'll be the Knob Goblin. Knob.
Well, as long as Sony keeps tugging on knobs with Marvel, then they'll share.
I'd prefer like Demogoblin, but as opposed to a regular Hobgoblin, the demonic
Mm-hmm.
one there. Yeah,
That would be cool.
I always
I
like
don't
that
think-
storyline with when all the characters have like a
You should play it, though.
demonic doppelganger.
Is that what
That'd be
that? Is that what that Halloween symbiote or what was that timeline they had? Yeah, it's something with symbiotes on it or symbiotes.
I can't really remember where the demon
Summer of
was.
Summer of Symbiotes. I think that's what
Oh,
it's called.
Summer of Symbiotes. That's the one that's coming up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All the symbiotes you never knew you wanted are coming.
So, what do you guys think about Blade being put on hold?
Not surprised considering the director just left.
The director left, and then I think also what's his name is saying he didn't like what was written so far. Also,
Oh God, here we go.
For the movie,
Yeah, he didn't like the script. Then the director leaves, which may or may not have something to do with each other.
You know who I think should direct it is Hartman.
Yeah, I would definitely drop the B and put him in She-Hulk, and
I thought he dropped the beat, so it's called Blade.
No, it'd be called Laid, and drop him in She-Hulk so he gets laid, and call it a win.
I mean, I know everybody was excited for Blade. I mean, so
Is this going
I'm
to be
excited
his
for it.
daughter's movie, or is that was the rumors I'm hearing? Is that his daughter's coming?
just recast Wesley Snipes. Problem solved.
Yeah.
He'll do it no matter
I
what
don't
the
have a
script
problem
says.
with the actor. I don't have a problem with Mahershala Ali as Blade, but I mean Wesley Snipes was a good Blade when he was Blade.
He wasn't a good taxpayer though, so
Not
that
that he
soured his
wasn't, where he had
career.
to go hide out in the Caymans for 10 years.
And then he shows up, and when he Skypes in on What We Do in the Shadows.
Are we going to find that this is going to be like how Flash was for a long time? losing directors, changing the script, doing all this. It was taking forever to get it going. You think this is going to be Marvel's Flash?
No.
It seems like a lot of it seems like a mess. It's just going to be a mess. That's just all I think in my head. It's just a messy room.
I mean, because how many times have they put this on the schedule? More than once on the timeline.
And now they got
Yeah.
Strange that can clean up stuff with his little ring, and She-Hulk can do all that crazy stuff now. So, Magic can have that.
Kevin.
I'm just thinking, like, man, I'm going to get lost trying to figure all this stuff out. Like, give me a pen and paper. Start writing this stuff down.
I kind of agree with Joe on this one. He doesn't like actors pushing back on the script. Read the script, sign a contract, fulfill it.
We're all just cogs in a wheel.
Yeah.
AOA says he might be too snobby for a comic book movie. I'm too snobby. What did he win an Oscar for? I don't even know who he is. So,
he was the bad guy in Luke Cage, right?
No, I believe so.
Yeah.
now I gotta Google it.
I think he
Tell me
was.
what the hell he was in AOA.
Because I remember thinking, wasn't he in Luke Cage?
Fuck. But he was Cottonmouth.
Yeah. So I mean, this stuff like that, I just have a thing with like, a set, like how something, it's like if this happens, then this can happen. Like they're messing up the time. Like for me, it's like he can't be two people in one thing. Like, but that's just me. It just messes with me. It's that what you may call it when you gotta turn the light off 3 times when you leave a room. Excessive compulsive.
I think what they were talking about was there was only a couple action scenes so far for the movie, and they were fucking lame on the original script. Green Book. Okay, I know what movie that is. He's the blues player guy.
Yeah, so it says he's got a voice for Wildwood, I think it's a video game. Swan Song. He does his voice in Eternals. He does a voice in Invincible. Some show called Rami. I never heard of that.
Man, I agree with Joe. Just fucking get in there and just do what you're told. You're getting paid. That's what the fucking rest of us have to do when we work.
Those Simon Cowell guys, just shut the fuck up. Go in there, read your lines.
He wasn't Luke Cage.
Yeah. So it looked like in the metaverse there was 37 people and Hartley playing.
Oh my god!
24 hours. So what was it like to only play with 37 other people when this market cap of this was 1.2 billion?
Huh? Say what now? What was it like playing with?
Never mind. I was making a joke.
Oh, I didn't get on there. I mean, there's only 28 people, so I wasn't one of them. I would rather get on virtual chat and be with all the other people that they thought were going to move over to this metaverse. And I don't. They're the one they're making a documentary about on HBO. That one. That's the metaverse that you need to be on if you're going to be doing the whole
so why
ordeal.
Do you think this one failed so hard?
Because Mark Zuckerberg's big white face is staring at me right now. That's why. Like nobody that dude is busy learning Taekwondo in reality while he wants us in virtual reality so he can steal our women. Like I guess, I don't know. Like just if you're gonna back your stuff up, you better be wearing a mask. You better be wearing your Oculus
He's learning
and learning
Taekwondo.
karate. You better put on a mask and act like you're in the metaverse learning. Like, that's, I don't know. That's like a guitar player having his own stuff, but playing with some other model. Like just, make us believe it's worth it.
Yeah.
And I think they have safe space too. Yeah. Give us a reason. Come on, Mark.
This is the story that I was really excited to talk about. Out of all the stories I have for tonight, this is the one I found the most fun. So Hans Niemann, he's a chess player. He's one of the best chess players in the world.
Oh, yeah.
When he came in to have to play his chess, they had to scan a device over his ass because he was accused of cheating by using anal beads that vibrated, and his coach would send him signals of so that they could move the chess pieces. So like pulses, A would be 1. So if he had to do B2 to C4, beep, beep, and he had. So what I wanted to get into about this was, it's not something you go, hey man, it's not 15 minutes before the chess match and you're like, Hans, I got a fucking plan. Stick these in your ass. And I'm like, they had to practice and get good at it. So that means they had to like he had to continuously stick anal beads in his ass, which maybe he enjoyed it. To each their own. I don't. That's his thing. If you like, maybe he liked the way they felt when they come out. I go in. I don't know. But so he had, and then but on top of it, he had to learn to be cool with it. So like he had to like. There was a lot of training involved to do this.
Is he smiling? Is he having an orgasm during this chess match? What is going on?
And the other thing that nobody ever talked about is how.
I mean, you just kind of pop them in, I guess.
This is what I was gonna get to. Like, it was the
analytics of his moves. That I mean, it's borderline. It's ingenious. It's like counterfeiting $1 bills. It's
where do I
gonna
sign
check.
up? I love it. Like. And like this poor guy, man, like look at the picture. This poor guy right here. This guy had to get on his knees.
Check out his ass.
And check his ass out.
So did he lose the Rochambeau or what?
He lost his girlfriend.
Yeah. Fuck! I was paper, you were scissors. God damn it.
Yeah. Get the short straw, buddy. Or he's the newest guy on the security staff. You get the worst job.
Hey FNG. I got something for you. What's up, boss? Go scan that guy for anal beads.
Yeah, they're all laughing at him.
That's Matt, who couldn't be on the show, but is in chat, says, lube and shove. I just love that. I mean, hey, but you know what?
There's a lot of potential for coughing and losing beads and electrocution, maybe. I don't know.
There's a lot of money in chess, though. I mean,
but he admitted to cheating.
Like,
he admitted to cheat.
He admitted to cheat when he was like 16. Two other times.
He cheated to get ranks, like to rank up, right? That was his. He cheated to basically skip the line a little bit. He's like, I'm so confident I'm going to win. I just want to cheat and get this shit over with.
Let's back the story up for a second. Are you telling me that he did this when he was 16?
No. The anal beads part is recently. The cheating part was when he was younger, and yeah, he did it to exactly kind of like what Harvey said, to skip ahead.
If he was 16 and the person that put the beads in it was older,
No.
That
would have opened up a whole different set of litigation.
So he's older now. He's not 16 anymore. He's an adult.
Well, I get that.
It's okay if his coach shoves the beads up his ass. It's okay now, so we're not gonna insinuate any of that.
Okay.
Is that U.S. or like where did this guy come from? Is he American? Is this American tournament or?
Well, Hans sounds like a Finnish or Danish name.
I think it's a world chess match type thing.
Yeah.
But like Joe said right here, is AI analyzes moves to determine the perfect moves. Niemann's moves was several % above the best human players ever.
So now he's analyzing the data.
Now they are analyzing him. Yes, yes, they are. Yes.
Now, what if the guy at the scanning finds him? Like, We got beads. We got we got to get these out of here. We got to get them out.
Why 80 beads? Couldn't they have gotten like a butt plug?
It might have been one of those little
Like, wouldn't that have been better than
those chatterbait things?
Than beads?
Like milking a cow?
Because I mean, you're not going to just stick one anal bead up there.
I don't know how beads really. I don't know if they're like rosary beads, like that you're thinking, or metal, like marbles, or like.
I'm not going to put a picture of anal beads on the screen for you.
Oh,
I can't.
I don't think those were part of the truck disaster on I-95. There were they?
Or were they the magnet beads?
No,
Those
that was just lubes and dildos.
Okay.
He's laughing, going,
I
they think they're up there, but they're really up front. I shoved them through my pee hole.
But I just
yikes.
Like, I just, not that I've used the butt plug, but I would just think instead of shoving a bunch of beads up your ass, just one small to medium-sized vibrating butt plug would have been enough. Instead of a bunch of beads, maybe he wanted maybe the beads was his idea because he liked, I don't know.
How about just get confidence and be good at chess? I mean, we don't even know if he did it, though, right?
Like those mixed martial artists, they use those certain enhancers and as they come across the UFC comes across them, they ban them, but until then it's okay. Like
steroids?
No, steroids are always good bad, but other like enhancers, like they use,
performance enhance, like Viagra, or
maybe Viagra. I don't know if that's the
does that help with chess? I mean, chess. I think you get good at chests, but chess.
So, let's see. Spoiler alert. We need to talk. Black Adam may not have hit theaters for another week, but one of the film's big reveals is all over social media. I don't know if you guys seen this or not.
Yep.
But personally, I'm fucking stoked.
Super.
Well, you're stoked for the end credit scene.
I've already seen it.
I mean, so,
you don't need to see it.
You've already seen. So the movie. I mean, I don't know how this gives them any kind of hype for the actual movie. Where Superman's not even in until 30 seconds after everyone and their mother on the film team have had their name on screen.
I'm just happy to see Henry back as Superman.
Super Spider-Man.
Super Spider-Man.
So
I'm excited about that because he wasn't going to be playing Superman anymore. And he's like one of the best Supermen. So
are we enjoying what The Rock was cooking? Or is this movie a good movie?
I'll let you know on the 20th when I go.
Watch the end credit scene or just read about it? Because I had a really hard time.
I watched it.
Do you still have it?
Oh, I could probably find it. Russian Facebook.
I looked and looked, and I couldn't. Every time I went to somewhere, it ended up being this media has been removed. This media has been removed. If you find it, send it to me. I'm going to play it.
Okay.
So, yeah, you either get that or you get one of those. Click here to watch the full stream.
Yeah, then you click on it, and it's like pay $1, and then you pay $1, and you're like, wait a second, they didn't let me look at this. Now I got $1 I'm missing.
Yeah, I watched one where it was this Indian dude talking from India, and all he did was pretty much in India, in his language, talk about the trailer. And then, like, towards the end, he said Superman, and that's all I got out of it. So,
yeah, I know that word.
Yeah, Superman. So, here we go. I got it.
You found it?
Yeah.
Send the link in the private chat.
Okay. And with okay, hold on.
So, I'm sure everybody has seen it, but me. I'm sure I'm always.
Or do you want me to upload it to my server so it's like So I don't want you to go to Russian Facebook and then everybody be like, what is that site? And then all of a sudden everybody's like,
Who's everybody?
like whoever watches this. I don't want to send you a link and all of a sudden some porn show up. Let me make sure it's good.
While you're doing
Russian
that,
Facebook is crazy, guys. I'm just letting you know.
breaking news. She-Hulk 2 is in the work at Marvel Studios. It's set to be another 9-episode legal comedy.
Oh my God. Redefining comedy as we know it.
While we're talking about this, we might as well talk. Did everybody watch the last episode of She-Hulk?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Anyway, I think
Yeah.
my search.
Yeah.
Yes, my search. Yes, it is weak. I tried looking and spoiler alert. Boo.
Yeah. Like, come on, guys. Just
What did you guys think of the last episode of She-Hulk?
she gained magic powers.
I thought it was kooky, funny that like most of it was breaking the fourth wall to the point where you saw like the Disney screen and like she jumped into another screen to what
Even if this was in a
what?
Even if this was in a comic book, I probably would have hated it.
It was
You didn't
like
like it at all?
somebody. It was like I was watching a TV show, and I'm like, "Oh my God, I love this show!" And then it started to get good, and then somebody came on and then turned it to like jazz music, and then I'm like, "Oh, what's going on? Like, what? Like, we're missing it. Turn it back."
Ugh.
Nope. We don't need endings. We don't need any of the stuff we've seen. Here's a robot named Kevin.
I like that she said, "When are we getting X-Men, Kevin?"
Oh yeah. She starts asking the questions we were always asking, right?
Yeah, I thought it was cool. Like she went into the writer's room. She's like, "What the fuck, you guys?"
Yeah.
Like I thought all that was. I liked it. It was something different.
It was a rushed essay.
I actually enjoyed. Like, I don't know if I missed the episode before or what,
Didn't miss much.
but
Daredevil fell from the sky. That was interesting.
I liked it
Literally.
because they did,
Yeah.
and I took that as they didn't really talk about Daredevil jumping out of the sky. They only talked about Hulk falling out of the sky. So they had him do it instead, since they didn't talk about it with. She didn't talk about it with Kevin.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
I
I thought
like
the
that genie
episode-
show.
I thought the episode was going good up until the part
Hold on.
where she gets into where she's going into like the Marvel Studio writer's room and pops out of the opening screen on D Plus and into the. I thought that was just too over the top for even.
You thought so? I thought it made it
I did.
funny.
It's funny. I don't know. I guess those weren't even the writers that they showed to be the writers. I was
I don't know.
thinking that they were the writer. I'm like, is that the writing group? But it wasn't. You know, they were too much money to get them to show up and play themselves.
Yeah, I guess
They all
you got a
called in
point,
sick.
Joe. If it was going to be absurd, they should have done it initially, but they kind of did because she always broke that fourth wall and always talked to us. And
Yeah, but see, and I didn't mind the fourth wall breaking too much. Like I always associate that with Daredevil, and not She-Hulk. But
I
I
like when
just
they
thought
try
this
different
last
stuff.
episode went a little beyond that.
I liked that they did that. I thought it was funny because I actually thought you were going to get to see Kevin. Like every,
No.
Oh right, yeah.
There's
But
no
you know,
way.
like-
He's gonna be in here.
that would have been funny. What they should have done was made it funny is he should have turned around like in a throne like Thanos did, like in the end of Guardians of the Galaxy, or when he's in Guardians of the Galaxy, where it's this throne that lowers and turns around, and it was actually Kevin Feige going, "Yes." You think you know what I mean? Like that would have been a funny banter than Kevin being an AI. You know what I mean?
I would have.
And Scar and his receding hairline. That was amazing. That was probably my favorite part. Like it looked like somebody like mowed the lawn, like and just like straight up
his comb over
back too far. Like what they didn't have enough money to afford the CGI for the hair. Like and they just said, "Yeah, well, that's it. That's the haircut right there."
like he's a 50-something-year-old man with a comb over.
Who looks like he abuses animals. Looks like he has a lot of tension built up.
Wow, that's a.
He didn't say anything. He just kind of looked like
plays out.
I didn't know he was Norman Bates.
He looked like he was kind of like just ready to do some bad stuff. We'll find out next season of She-Hulk.
Hey, Wade says rumors say they filmed serious ending to She-Hulk. I would like to have seen what that serious ending went, but I like the way it kind of played out. It was just they made it kind of would have been cool because they already in the second season if they kind of left her in like this way, and the next season is her kind of trying to bring that get back to that, you know what I mean, instead of it being short like they
what the hell? I swear to God.
Exactly. This whole show is that. You nailed it.
I got a fucking cricket in here. That's fine. Find this one.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, guys.
You want me to play this? Take this away.
Yeah, you can play it. It's not porn.
It's
I just had to fix it because I'm telling you, Facebook in Russia has any books you want, anything. It's crazy.
Share screen.
But you need to speak Russian.
I found a lot of.
Actually, you don't. You don't need to. You need to type it.
Magazine sites that are Russian that have like a lot of old magazines that are on PDF.
Yeah, a lot of PDF, SVG format, like just graphics and all that stuff.
Let me watch over. Oh God, it's grainy as crap, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it's not gonna be HD. It's.
I thought you were getting us Russian quality stuff here, Hartman. Come on.
That's not Henry, dude. That's fucking Nicolas Cage.
No, that's I could try to find
Cage.
It's really just he says something along the lines of like I haven't seen Earth this scared in a while. And then it's like done. Yeah. Like it's dude, I swear to God, this cricket is no, it's not. He does have a weird gap in his chin though. Does he have a mustache right now? Did they do the mustache thing with him?
All right.
It's Henry Cavill. That's not the only video.
Looks like they CGI'd in some boobs too.
Maybe. And boobs are popping. People like boobs.
Superman's got to have bigger pecs.
And the cease and desist is incoming momentarily.
Yeah, you asked for it.
I did.
We gave.
No, you're good. You're good. I take full responsibility. Everybody call Marco.
So that means that the full Black Adam movie will be available in Russia very soon.
Okay, so we've done that. Nobody gives a shit about this. Ish isn't here to do a Star Trek recap.
That's a butt plug. Star Trek, that is a butt plug in the middle. That I will never unsee that.
I got to go through and fix my goddamn slides now.
I haven't seen House of the Dragon.
Did you put my Star Trek fallopian tubes comparison up?
I'll do. You know what? Fuck it. I'll do it anyway. I wanted to share this shit.
Just in time. It was getting ready.
What are you gonna do?
And that's now. I left just in time.
My wife has showed me that it was raining right when she left. Okay, Star Trek recap. Let's do it. Picard, season 3. Season 5 of whatever fucking show this is.
Calm down. Hold on. That's the butt plug right there.
And the new ship looks like a butt plug. So there's the end of Star Trek news. Worst cover of the week. Are you guys ready?
And
Why what, Jedi? Let's see. Fuck it. I'll do it live. Do we have a... Here we go. Worst cover of the week is brought to you by Star Trek. To boldly go where nobody gives a fuck about. All right, here we go. First one we've got is Wonder Woman Evolution. That is not Wonder Woman. I don't know who that is, but I don't know who the fuck was drawn there, but it sure as hell ain't Wonder Woman.
Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver. So it almost looks like she has to poop, but I've dedicated another issue of another cover to the I really have to poop cover. Next we have our buddy JR with the new Hobgoblin cover.
Winner.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
This is the winner. Right here. He looks like he's got what's that? Side of your face kind of droops there, or like a stroke, or like Bell's palsy.
Wonder Corpse. Yeah, you know what? If I could have a sit down discussion with JR, but I think what I would actually one of the first things I would tell him is
retire.
Besides, it's fucking pouring at my house. Is quit with all the goddamn lines. Doesn't that hurt your hand putting in so many fucking lines in everything you draw?
Yeah, it looks like his face is wooden.
Oh my god. Okay. This is this cover anymore is the I dedicate this is the I have to poop cover of the week. And this is how we used to poop in the 90s. Bored like this, waiting to poop.
There's a haiku about this one. I can't remember it though.
I have to poop. What is a haiku? It's 575, right?
Yeah, something like
poop,
I don't
right?
know.
I was gonna try to make a haiku like about having to poop and
there's
having to poop without a
I'll look it
phone
up.
like it's the 90s. But
I'm sure I can find it.
But let's see.
Yeah.
So that was the best covers of the week. I have the Damien versus Batman Cthulhu cover. I just love Cthulhu's art, so it's great. I'm gonna do after we do this. I'll do the comic reviews of. I'll talk the first two issues of this. The next, dude, I freaking love this Ghost Rider cover. What do you guys think of this Ghost Rider cover?
That one I like.
Like the skull, half a skull. It's like burning his face. I love it. It's pretty badass. He's wearing his chain as a belt, so he's got a little goth going on. It's great. This is badass. This Wakanda. Yes, I read the shampoo bottles in the 90s when I was pooping. Yes,
Red
Ghost
Dye
Rider.
number 16.
I am an FBI agent. That is it right there. But this Wakanda cover is fucking pretty badass. What do you guys think? Hartman Sticks? What do you guys think? Looks like he just...
Yeah, I mean, it looks like he's taking off his mask to do the Pledge of Allegiance, but the dots on his skin and all that, I mean, that's quality work right there.
Dude, it's
Punisher skull on his belt there.
Yeah, it's pretty badass. I dug it. And for Matt, he picked Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 133. He loves this issue. This is actually a pretty cool issue cover. Okay, so before we do anime with the Hartman's anime, I'm going to do comic reviews. Did you read any comics this week, Sticks?
I did
Did
not.
you read the new? Did you read the new? You didn't read the new Flash or the?
Nope. I still
So
have to go to my LCS this week.
I read Flash, Fastest Man Alive issues 1 and 2, and I read Batman versus Robin issues 1 and 2. So I'll start with Flash, Fastest Man Alive. What I really like about, I'll bring it up and then I'll say what I say about it. I fell asleep and I woke up too late, and so I didn't have everything prepared.
You're fine.
About that. Sorry about that, everybody. So we'll bring up issue 1. So what I liked about this is this premise is actually pretty. Oh my god! Not the time to freeze, computer. Not the time to freeze.
It is storming.
So let me get to this Flash, Fastest Man Alive. It's great. It's Barry just got his powers, so he's just learning to use them, and he is with. So he kind of goes to Batman for help. Is what the art is. You kind of get used to it. So this is like one of Barry's first times as the Flash.
It looks like a Batman animated series type of.
Yeah,
art.
it kind of does, but it kind of grows on you as you go. But that's what it
It's
is.
not
He ends up having to fight this dude. Is like one of the first dudes he ever fights, and like the dude's
Metal
like made of
stuff.
metal and shit. So
Yeah,
like
you think of them.
so like he didn't really know what to do, so his hands are all messed up and stuff. And so
yeah.
and what's happening is this dude has to. They want him to kill Flash. That they want this guy to kill Flash, and this dude has to do it because he's got his dad's in the hospital and he's got a lot of doctor bills. It's really what it is. But Barry's trying to balance life, learning to be the Flash, and he's still interning. He's still an intern at the crime lab. So
Okay.
he's trying to juggle all these things while trying to, really truly become the Flash. So, like when he's in the crime lab, there's like 2 people above him, and they don't like him because he's always late. He barely shows up, and but see what happens is this happens, and what happens is he fights that dude again. It doesn't work out again, so he goes back to Gotham, the Flash. He's like, Batman, teach me the ways. It's pretty much what happens. He says, teach me to. Look how long his legs are there. How crazy is that? I don't know. I think that's crazy. But that's pretty much what this issue is he goes to Batman and he's like, Batman, teach me. You need to teach me to fight. You need to teach me how to be a superhero. And that's kind of what is going on here. See, this is the part I was talking about where dude's talking to his dad.
Okay.
But he's like, teach me to fight. So, Bruce Wayne kind of kicks his ass. Boop, 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 boop. And then what they kind of get to the thing is you've got to learn how to use your powers to your advantage and things that you find out. So what he finds out here is when he keeps his energy together, he can smash,
What a good wallop.
So he goes to this guy and he fights him. Game over, Flash. But then he figured, you know what I mean? Then he uses his new trick. He learned that new trick they learned with Batman. He kind of used it to his advantage. Batman gives him a pep talk. This is where Batman gives him the ring for the first time. So he doesn't, because what he was doing prior was running home and changing and then running back to where the crime was happening. Because he didn't know what else to do. So that's when Batman gave him the ring. And what ends up happening is he fights him and he kind of strikes a deal with him that if he kind of goes to jail, that his dad will get help. And so what happens is Bruce gives him they don't tell him, but he gets a mysterious anonymous donor to help the guy with the villain's dad with his medical bills. So, and then issue 2 is him still trying to do that. He has issue 2 is he has a talk with his dad because he knows his dad. He goes to visit his dad all the time in prison. And his dad's like, you need to figure out how to keep everything in line with what you're doing. So what he does is, and that's when he figures out when he can vibrate through things. And he hones in on that power in this issue, in the second issue. And then on top of it, he learns to balance. He's starting to learn better to balance. So now when he goes to the crime lab, he's actually on top of it because he's using his speed there to be more efficient so that he can actually be the Flash more. And that was those were the first 2 issues of Flash Fastest Man Alive, which I think I liked it because I like that what we're seeing is, I like that we get to, like most times, most superheroes already have their power. They're already established. They're doing it. I like seeing, it's kind of like what I liked about the last Batman movie was that he was still kind of trying to learn.
Yeah.
And I like that's what's going on in Fastest Man Alive is he's still trying to learn how to be the Flash.
So there's
the other
no
one-
new origin in this, right? They don't redo his origin. They just kind of.
No, it's kind of just like he became the Flash. He did some stuff with the Justice League. That stuff is done. Now he's back at Central City being the Flash, and now he's trying to learn how to be the Flash.
Oh, okay.
And then that's exactly kind of where it picks up. They don't really have any backstory prior to that. Like his dad's in jail, like normal,
Mm-hmm.
and all of that, but like they don't actually talk about really any of it.
So is there a certain timeline that it follows? Does it follow the DCEU or is it just its own thing?
It kind of looked like it's kind of its own thing, kind of a Flash year one, yeah. Anyway, so let me bring up. It's worth a read if I enjoy Flash. I like the Flash, so it was worth it to me. So Batman versus Robin. So this gives you a little bit of backstory. I guess if you don't know the history of who mom and dad are and grandpa and all that is, this is what it kind of does here. So I'm not really, everybody kind of knows who that is. It's kind of weird though, is Bruce is kind of drawn back to Gotham Manor. And as he goes up, there's a knock at the door. Look who shows up. We all know who that is. And Bruce goes to the thing. He's like, dude, you're dead. Like, I saw Bane snap your neck. We remember that happening. So he grills him. He doesn't believe it's him. He grills him. And by issue 2, you find out why Pennyworth is here. You know what I mean? So I won't quite spoil it yet. I'll wait to spoil it later. So, but he knows all the answers to like all these weird, intimate questions, like stuff only Alfred would know, you know? So he's like, oh, this is really you. And he's really happy. And once they get to the Batcave, Damien's there because Damien lured, Bruce back. He's got a couple friends with him. And they fight. Like, all three of them fight, but, Batman's Batman. He knows how to work it. This is still my house, So they kind of fight. He knocks them out, and he goes to Damien. He's like, why are you doing this? What the hell's going on? And he's like, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to get rid of you. I'm tired. I want to be Batman, and so I'm taking out Batman because I'm the one who deserves to be Batman. And it's pretty much what's going on with this. And then Pennyworth shows up, and Damien's like, the fuck? I don't believe it. So Damien tries to kill him, and Bruce still thinks it's actually Alfred. So, so they escape. Bruce and Alfred escape. I like that. Look at that. Damien said, fuck you, I'm going to shoot you with a gun. So what's actually going on is, I'm just going to sum up both issues. Damien is possessed by, God, I can't remember his name. He's possessed with magic. And the reason they find this out is Damien is pulling the strings on all this, but they go to Santana, and there's a bunch of rumblings in the magic world that Damien is throwing everything out of balance. So what happens is they she gives them this key, and they go into this house, and that's it. That's who's possessing them. Devil Nazea. And that is Mother Soul is, if you read Robin when he was on the island, that is Grandma. That's Damien's grandma. So what happens is he's giving them this power, and he's using that power so that they will kill Batman, because Batman and Superman locked him up a long time ago. They trapped him, and now this is how he's getting revenge against Batman, is by doing it through Damien.
So is he a new character, or has he been?
He is an older character that they're bringing back from a long time ago.
Okay.
He is. I'll tell you what issue it is right now. But that's what's happening is, so they and what Damien's, and what I got from this is this is what I think is happening. So Pennyworth is not really Pennyworth. This is the one spoiler I'm going to give away. Pennyworth isn't really Alfred. He's actually pulling the strings as that. So what happens in the next, I think it might be this issue. No, it's the next issue. So what happens in issue 2 is, what had happened is they go into this house, and it's kind of like they go into Cain and Abel's house, and they go into all these rooms, and they're getting all these snippets and all these things of what the plan is. A little bit of backstory. So that's how they find out that, Batman had trapped him a long time ago. Batman and Superman had trapped him a long time ago. So what happens is, here is you pretty much find out that Damien is actually pulling the strings and took him to Cain and Abel's house, and is showing him like what most villains do, is somehow they always end up giving away their evil plot, and that's kind of what Damien did as well.
We get a monologuing.
Yeah, this is the evil plan,
Right.
and so that's kind of what. So what I'm thinking, this is what I'm thinking. This is my theory. Is the reason Damien is showing. See, this is them going through Cain and Abel's house. And it's all this is what I just said. It's thank you, AOA. I actually got sidetracked. So I'll bring it up on the screen for everybody. Batman Superman World's Finest, #2, first appearance. Thank you. Hurry up and go buy it. No, I'm just joking. But no, so what it is this is what I think is happening. Is her grandma tricked Damien into freeing Devil Desire, and Devil Desire kind of has given him power, and see how he's kind of pulling the strings for Cain and Abel and everybody. And so what I think is happening is Damien is possessed, but there's a small piece of Damien that's fighting it. And that's the reason that he showed Batman what's going on, so that Batman can free him. So that, because, he doesn't want to be under the power. He doesn't really want to kill his dad. He really wants to be freed of it. And I think that's why he's showing him kind of what's going on. So I'm hoping that's what's going on. But, I mean, and then this is kind of cool. I'll back it up one. It says, he says, what is Batman? Because without the Robins. So how cool would that be? Is if all the Robins, he has to end up fighting all the Robins as well because they're possessed. But I think that's what he's doing. I think he was showing his dad what was going on, so that, because he's in there, he's still inside fighting to get free.
Trying to help himself.
You know what I'm saying? I show the game plan. But that is my comic review. Oh, well, so move. So give it a try. It's not a bad story. It's not going to be a story that goes down. I guess it wasn't nothing against. There's too much going on. Oh crap! Now I'm all flustered. Everybody, sorry. Let me get back to sharing screen. You ready, Hartman? You ready for your chance to shine? I'll take that as a yes. So I tasked Hartman with a very big request. I was like, Sam's not here this week. I need you to be the anime guy this week. So I gave him a challenge. You ready, Hartman? I guess not. So I guess I'll do that too. So the Marvel Universe is coming to manga at New York Comic Con 2022. Marvel and Viz announced their collaboration with 3 brand new upcoming titles: Wolverine Snicket, Spider-Man Fake Red, and Marvel Comics A Manga Tribute. All 3 books will be coming out in 2023. What was loud, AOA? The intro? Sorry about that. Okay, so next. Fans of Hunter x Hunter can rejoice this week as the series' nearly 4-year-long hiatus officially has an end date. October 24th, 2022. Fans have been hotly anticipating the series' return for years now, so this news is sure to mean a great deal to so many fans of the beloved series. Hunter x Hunter's creator, Yoshiro Tsuchigi, has been forced to put the series on hiatus in 2018 because of its decline in health, but fortunately, Weekly Shonen didn't cancel the series, but rather replaced it, put it in reserve so you can get back to it. So all you Hunter x Hunter fans, rejoice. You guys are getting it again.
Good.
Chainsaw Man arrived, and it is bloody and awesome. Did you happen to watch the first episode of Chainsaw Man, Sticks?
Where's it on?
Hulu.
Hulu. I
It's
will
on
watch
Hulu.
it tonight, so I know
So-
I did not watch it.
They only put season 1, episode 1 up. So what you got was pretty much it was awesome. It was great. It was bloody. I freaking loved it. I loved it. I can't wait for episode 2. What happened here was the official Twitter account for the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission is pondering the existence of Chainsaw Man. Following the anime's premiere yesterday, the anime's official hashtag began trending on Tuesday and seemed to have caught the attention of the agency. The commission, or whoever is running its Twitter account, began pondering the obvious safety issues brought forth by a man made of chainsaws. So yes, so there was this one that said, man made of chainsaws. And then they did man, and then they kind of backpedaled a little bit, and the next tweet was him or her. You know, they kind of tried to play it off, but it's kind of funny. But it's worth watching. I hope everybody in the chat got to watch episode 1. I know Hartman watched episode 1. What'd you think of it, Hartman? I really liked it too. It was great.
It was awesome.
I thought it was really bloody, and I watched a bootleg of it.
That's a rating review.
So Hartman really liked it as well. But it was great. You know, I don't know if many people are familiar with Chainsaw Man, but what happened in this episode was here. I'll have Hartman tell it. What happened was, he was a poor devil hunter, and he ended up getting cut up by a bunch of zombies, and his pet Damon went into him, and when he pulls a cord right here, he goes Chainsaw Man. So that was kind of the first issue. And I'm super excited for like the next episode. It's going to be great.
So, I will say, what would have been best for that U.S. Products and Safety Commission tweet? They should have tagged OSHA in it.
They totally should have.
What do you think about this, OSHA?
I don't know if Hartman is trying to talk or not, but I'm just going to talk as Hartman through the rest of this, so that he's actually here.
You're doing a good job, Hartman.
Thank you, Hartman. So, Tokyo Revengers has made a name for itself. Sonya's best. The series has been around since early 2017, and creator Ken Wakui has kept fans on edge of its sci-fi twist. And if a new report is right, the Tokyo Revengers is gearing up for a big update that's just around the corner now. The update has come from fan sites such as Manga as word of the announcement hit social media. If the update is right, Tokyo Revengers is putting out a special announcement on October 19th. The date aligns with the manga's next chapter release, and the post is being described as the final arc's climax. I'm Harmon. I'm really excited. The Tokyo Avengers is going to be here. I'm really excited about the announcement.
Excellent.
And then the last, I think this is Sam's what the WTF. Hey, so it's called Saint Youngin. It's what it is. It's a slice of life comedy where its plot is Jesus Christ and Buddha are living as roommates in an apartment in Tokyo. And I was kind of reading it. It's kind of cool. It's I thought it was interesting. So we're checking out.
Yeah.
Yes. What did you think of it, Hartman? I thought it was weird. I'm going to have to research it a little bit more to see what's going on. But it was a lot better than She-Hulk. So, okay. So, let me see if we have... We do not have... Okay, there's no for that. So, Matt's not here, but I will be doing his first appearances of the week. Here we have Star Wars, The High Republic #1. For real in depth on this one, make sure tomorrow night, check out the Star Wars show. I'm sure they're really going to get into it. We're just going to breeze over it. I'm going to, just for shits and giggles, I'm going to hack up all these names. And I'm going to
Here we
read them
go.
as Hartman.
Buckle
Wait,
up, kids. It's gonna get good.
Can you hear?
Hartman!
Hey,
Yes,
now
we
we
can
can
hear
hear
you now.
Oh my God! You fucking kidding me? You passed the Jesus and Buddha anime. I was really like, fuck.
I
don't know what
I
the hell
said it
happened.
how I talked about it how I thought you would talk about it.
What about how Jesus and Buddha celebrate Christmas and how they think that they're gay lovers, their neighbors, and it sounds like a match made in heaven. I'm gonna watch it now, but I was yelling and waving, and I just heard you acting like I was. I'm Hartman.
I was trying to do my best Hartman impersonation.
You were
anime
talking
as you.
talking shit about me, and then I'm like sitting here saying stuff back, and like nobody hears me.
Nobody can hear you.
And my mic's plugged in. I had my earbuds on.
That was the
I
Hartman
was
Mr. Hanky voice.
That was very frustrating. Like I'm
So,
like, are you shitting me?
Here, would you like to read? Would you like to read the first appearances that are going to be in Star Wars High Republic for us?
Vildar Mac, Math Cacathly, Trey Surik, Sunshine, According to Star Wars, that's a weird name. Insider book. This book has 12 first appearances.
Nice.
Next slide, please.
So this is where I guess it's showing.
I can't read all that.
It's all right. You don't have to. First appearance of Black Mist is going to be in Batman Incorporated #1. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! I'm Black Mist. How are you doing tonight? Black Mist, it's been a minute. So it has.
Pray to me.
In Ghost Rider #7, we're going to have the first appearance of Exhaust. Dude, I love it that he's a motorcycle. That's fucking awesome.
I'm pretty sure they've had Exhaust in that book before.
Have they?
When's Catalytic Converter coming on?
The first appearance of the Catalytic Converter.
Dude, it's so badass, dude. He's fucking a 2-stroke motor engine. That's pretty badass. What happens when he runs out of gas?
Anime called. They want their character back.
Black Panther, we have the first appearance of the Buffalo Soldier.
Oh,
there he is right there.
Jesus Christ.
Where's Steve Horn? Is that issue going to be toast and heavy?
Where's the dick? Thing's massive.
Oh, you talking about right here?
No, I mean, where is it at? For that thing being that big, you think it'd have a hog like crazy.
It's tucked.
It's one of those dogs, those little red rockets. Gotta rub his belly.
Venom #11, we have the first full appearance of Sleeper Agent. Dude, yeah. Can't wait for Windshield Water Fluid Reservoir Man to come.
Is that Spider-Bane?
Yeah, I was thinking Bane as well. What's those things on his back?
So, dude, look, it's on his arms. It's on his back. Enough.
That kind of threw me for a loop. I thought that was Bane. Like,
yeah,
it's Spider. Okay, Spider-Bane.
Star Wars Vision 1s. We had the first
Yeah.
appearance of Ronin in comic books.
That's gonna be a hot one.
It's a pretty cool fucking cover. I'll tell you that.
Afro Samurais. I think the creator of Afro Samurai has something to do with that.
Away says, gotta rub his belly. It's so fucking creepy sounding. Coming from Hartman.
You gotta rub his belly.
Yes, to rub the belly.
You gotta rub his gizzle going.
Dude, that is a fucking that is fucking cool.
Manga, it's coming.
I'm digging on it. I'm digging. First appearance of Old Man Namor. That's why he's pooing like it's the 90s, because he's a boomer.
Well, you're supposed to squat like that. That's what we were accustomed to doing, is squatting like that.
Squatty potty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's on his tippy toes.
Oh, it's this guy. He definitely poops like it's in the 90s.
So how come they don't call it Old Man
That guy,
Namor?
that guy shits. He doesn't poop. He shits.
You're right. He doesn't poop. He shits. He's a man. He's a man, baby. All right, top 5. Since nobody gave me top 5s, it's going to be a quick one. Let me go to the brand. Do we have a top 5? Oh, shit. I forgot to do the comic review intro. And the movie show review one. Okay, we don't have it. So, okay, let me go back. Top 5 we did this week were B horror movies. Sticks never sent his.
Yeah, I forgot. I apologize.
Hartman doesn't watch them. So you're only going to get me and Matt's. Jedi was supposed to come on the show. And
I don't do horror movies.
So my
I
top
do
5.
horrors.
So what I based my top 5 on was cheesiness, gore, bad acting, kind of all those kind of horror tropes that you have accustomed to see.
Well, that's what makes it a B movie.
Yeah. So my number 5 was Stephen King's Children of the Corn, which I just rewatched this yesterday, and it's still awesome. And it's still cheesy. It's actually even cheesier. It's great. Everybody knows Children of the Corn. Number 4 was The Slumber Party Massacre. This is like the ultimate anthem for cheesy B horror movies. Horrible acting. Lots of boobies. Gore. I mean, it's a dude that runs around with a drill. I mean, come on. So, number 3, I did Killer Clowns from Outer Space, because this is just epic. What's crazy is this movie had a $3 million budget.
Most horror films don't have that big of a budget.
No, Slumber Party Massacre was $300,000.
What would you use a screwdriver like that for?
It's an auger bit. It's a drill auger. It's like one of those long auger bits. But this is great. I mean, bad acting and boobies. I mean, you can't go wrong. You got to finish the movie. Number 2, I have The Toxic Avenger.
Yep.
Such
Trauma Studios.
He was 98 pounds of solid nerd.
Dude, the best part of this
until
movie
he became.
It's still when they run the people over on a point system, and then they take Polaroids after they run them over. Still the best part of Toxic Avenger. I just love it. My number 1 was Evil Dead 2. And it was hard. Number 1 and number 2, they could be. I almost made both of these number 1, but Evil Dead 2, it's so over the top with I mean, when he jukes the fucking deer and shit. I mean, it's just over the top. It's awesome. I love it. Nobody did it.
That is a good movie.
So Matt did Sleepaway Camp, which was on my list. But then I remembered Children of the Corn. So Sleepaway Camp. He's got Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
That shit is too. That's a funny ass movie.
He did Young Frankenstein. He's got Tusk, which Tusk is so bad, I don't even give it as a B movie. I give it, this is like a C- movie, and I dig Kevin Smith. The first half of Tusk is a decent horror movie. The second half, he just smoked way too much fucking weed. He kept writing.
Yeah.
And for number one, he had Troll 2.
Does Ernest Scared Stupid count as a horror movie?
No.
No.
I like hearing some people with a chat. Let's see. Let me see. Where are we at? So if anybody's got any cool what they think is good for B horror movies.
So a lot of my B movies would have probably been from like the 70s or maybe or even earlier than that, because I like a lot of the black and white stuff.
Yeah.
So I would have went with something like Children of the Damned or Village of the Damned. Those are really good. 13 Ghosts.
That's a good one.
Either the black and white one, the original, or even the one with Tony Shalhoub in it from the 90s.
Monk is good in anything he's in.
Oh yeah, so I like those ones. You had Killer Clowns from Outer Space. You can't go wrong. I used to love that growing up. That was
Ghoulies
one of my
was
top.
considered.
Ghoulies,
Leprechaun
Critters,
was considered. Critters was considered.
I don't know, like I said, I like a lot of like any of the Hammer horror type of stuff. Anything that's got what's his name there? Tarkin, the guy who plays Tarkin. Can't think of his name, but and he's got a lot of the vampire movies.
I'm looking at the list right now, and I'm like, I don't know. I really don't watch too many horror movies.
Okay.
Chucky 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
We'll go ahead and just go into movie wars.
There's a new movie coming out called Piggy. The Piggy, that Piggy movie looks like it's gonna be pretty crazy.
The Winnie the Pooh movie. The Pooh movie.
I remember. It's one of my Piggy. It's about this bigger girl, bigger girl. Like, and she just like avoids saving these girls that make fun of her at school, and like they call her Piggy and make fun of her, and like she just lets them get murdered.
Christopher Plummer.
Gotta bring up the. Let me bring up the poster for it, if I can get it on the screen. This would have been my number one pick. I don't know if you can see this. This movie is called Waffle Pastor. It's about
the what?
Priest.
Waffle Pastor?
Waffle Pastor.
Oh my God,
Priest
that
exists. Into a Velociraptor. Check it out. I think it's on one of the streaming services.
They're supposed to be doing a Grinch rated R movie, like a horror Grinch movie.
Rated R movie.
Yeah.
Is that in public domain now? What?
It
seems too early for it to be in public domain, but
Grinch goes rated R with horror slasher movie in The Mean One. It's R-rated Grinch movie is coming this Christmas. XYZ Films has announced The Mean One, an upcoming slasher parody based on Dr. Seuss' iconic How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
It'd be awesome instead.
Oh, it's a parody of. Okay.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
Hartman is trying to imitate Kyle's curtains. So, all right. So we'll do movie wars. So we put up a poll last week, and poll, and we did Evil Dead versus Nightmare on Elm Street, and it was 50-50 all week, which was pretty awesome of you guys. There was a lot of votes. I think. Let me double check, but I think Nightmare on Elm Street squeaked by beating Evil Dead. So
Never seen either of them.
What?
I seriously haven't. I know the premise, like, but
So Nightmare on Elm Street beat The Evil Dead 53% to 47% with 57 votes. Awesome, guys. Thank you,
What-
everybody, for voting.
Was it the series as a whole or just those individual movies?
We just did movie versus movie.
So I probably would have picked Nightmare on Elm Street 2 as well.
Also,
Yeah.
so
I never thought the first Evil Dead. I mean, the first Evil Dead is. I mean, there's
awesome.
there's two cuts, right? So there's the college cut that he made, and then the recut where it's the film.
Yeah,
Depending on which one you watch.
they're awesome. So we did. So Nightmare on Elm Street 1. So now I'm having it battle The Exorcist.
Oh God.
Nightmare
haven't seen that one either.
So we'll go on, and I'll put a new poll up. It'll be if I had to do between Nightmare on Elm Street and The Exorcist, I'm going with The Exorcist.
Yeah, I know more about The Exorcist than Nightmare on Elm Street.
You've got a lot of making up to do. You got to go and watch A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Jesus,
Johnny Depp's in it.
that was my older brother's area, like, so it was a little before my time, I guess.
Yeah, Exorcist hand down. I think this is going to be a clean sweep for the Exorcist. So, what do you say, Sticks?
I like them both.
But if
I
you
don't know.
had to pick one,
I think I'd have to go with The Exorcist because
it's just
happened.
only because as it's the only one of its in the series. I think it stands out more than like all the other Nightmare on Elm Street movies that have come around, right?
yeah. The
Did they
Exorcist.
start becoming comedies?
Well, Dream Warriors was a comedy, wasn't it?
They kind of did
The
just
Nightmare on Elm Street, didn't they start?
They started
a little bit. I
wouldn't
just
call
think
them
because
comedies, but
they just kept up with the cheesiness, which made it.
yeah, I think they stopped taking themselves seriously after a while.
So now we have Cartoon Wars, and we will also.
Oh, there we go.
Last week we had. I still have it on the screen. We had 38 votes, and it was Bobby's World versus Life with Louie. And
Life with Louie.
Bobby's World
Louie.
won hands down. It was 74%
Really?
How?
Bobby's World,
How?
26% Life with Louie. So
Man,
this
I always
Hey.
liked Life with Louie.
it wasn't bad, but Bobby's World was
love
pretty
Louie.
awesome. So last week, this is what it was. Bobby's World won. So now it's going up against Doug.
Doug. Quailman.
I think Doug's going to win hands down.
Yeah.
One word. Quailman.
Roger, and what? Skeeter.
Yep.
That was as it. Patty.
Doug was such a
Mhm.
classic cartoon for Nickelodeon.
Yeah, so I think this is. I think Bobby World's going to get a nice ass kicking. And what we'll do is we will put up these polls.
Hey, Bobby's World loses it for me with Howie Mandel's voice, I think.
Exactly.
You know why they called her Patty Mayonnaise, right?
67 times in the game, getting fire every single time. Yep, that's it.
The Beats.
Screw Harry Mandel. 2 words. Patty Mayonnaise. Doug. So, just like I said, we'll have we'll have it up on to take the poll. Take the poll.
Okay.
Let me see. That's it. We burned through this episode, you guys.
Wow.
Want to thank Matt for showing up and
The chat.
Ish.
And Jedi. Shout out, but huge shout out to you, Sticks, for showing up. I appreciate it, man. You were.
He said that he gave his reason, and
we would have been screwed without you. And thank you, Hartman, for showing up, and thank you for nailing that anime review. Fucking
yeah, that's some bullshit. That's a lie.
That you did your homework.
I think I could probably sue or something. I'm sure Sam will probably agree that I can.
Thanks, Kyle. I worked really hard on it.
I'm offended.
But I thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me. I think everybody that came to show up and hang out with us, I appreciate you guys, all the chat. Make sure to send. I don't even care. Don't go
send GoFundMe. You can send me GoFundHartman.com.
Let's start right off from the beginning. If you liked what you saw here tonight, like and subscribe to the channel. We're also on Renovision. Like and subscribe their channel as well. Wednesday nights, TAC. Tonight here on Absolute Geek and Renovision is Saturday Night Special. Tomorrow night is the Star Wars show with Marco and the boys talking Star Wars.
Friday we have
comic
Medical
reviews and
Madness
everything.
with Dom. We got a lot of good programming here. We thank all of you guys for coming and hanging out and showing up. Except Ish, Matt, and Sam. Fuck you guys. So shout out to everybody. We appreciate all of you guys.
See, I didn't say midget.
It's great.
Once.
I appreciate that. I really do. You guys have anything else you'd like to talk about, or because
nothing really has been come up. The only thing that really came up this week was we got from New York Comic Con. We got the new Doctor Who trailer for the episode coming up on October 23rd, which is a Sunday, where we get the 13th Doctor's regeneration. That'll be the last episode for Jodie Whittaker.
The thumbs up isn't cool anymore.
What's that?
The thumbs up, you're not allowed to use that anymore, guys. So
yeah,
no more thumb.
Hartman was telling me this before the show. The thumbs up is considered a boomer thing.
It's offensive. Right. It's like passive aggressive. Like, okay, yeah, well, yeah, thumbs up. I guess somebody got a real job. They said an adult job, and they were told that the thumbs up is passive aggressive and to not use it.
That thumbs up is so 2010.
I'm like,
okay,
give it. If that, I mean,
well, look, they've already taken the thumbs down button away on YouTube, so
they're taking everything away.
They have the thumbs down. It just doesn't show you how many people thumbs down.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't.
Which is good because I look at the things and I know there's a lot more thumbs down for this show than thumbs up.
Does it show you the statistics for the show when you go to look at it?
You can actually get an add-on or a plug-in, and it'll tell you how many thumbs downs there are.
Yeah, then I'll have to get the metal wand every time I walk in for my chess matches, though.
For your anal beads.
You gotta do like
inserts.
You gotta treat them like they did Magneto. Remember, everything was there was no metal allowed. You know, you gotta, and then but you got iron in you.
Remember, if you guys are feeling frisky, Sam and the guys are trying to get to Italy so that they can play dodgeball. So far, the only people donated is one anonymous person for $5 and Sam. So go find this GoFundMe and share a couple bucks to say, you know what, let's do this.
So what's in Italy?
If I tried, it would say insufficient funds, and then so I'm just
negative.
The thought that counts, you know.
You owe.
It's like you just got charged $25 more. and it's not going to Sam.
Let's see.
No, I'll have to read it. I'll have to figure out why they want to go to Italy.
I want to go to Disney World.
They're a big Italian dad.
I was gonna say I want to go to Florida. I do not want to go to Florida right now.
Oh.
No.
We'll let that cool down a bit. Let Florida come to us.
Florida can stay right where it is, buddy.
Yeah, my aunt was like, "Yeah, our place is gone. Like it's just gone." Like I'm like, "You mean you found some of? No, it's just gone."
Oh,
Ah, shit.
that's crazy shit right there. But you know what? They'll
Yeah.
rebuild and they'll stay there, right?
No, they said that somebody will buy the land and then pay them off. Like a Thanos snapped Florida.
50% of
Just
Florida's gone.
Yeah, 50% of Florida's underwater. Jeez.
That's shitty. Literally.
Yeah.
I mean, I live up in upstate New York. The worst we get are like these 6 feet of snow. You know?
Yeah. It doesn't really get. I mean, it does get in the wintertime, but
Look, I even donated you guys.
how much did you give? You gotta
12
give.
cents.
For the price of a cup of coffee.
You gotta ask for more. Have you seen that skit? Ask for more. It's too low. Well, they'll get there to Italy. They better just be playing dodgeball. I don't want no fun. Nothing else
I'm
fun
not
going
doing all
on.
this. Fuck that. I'm out. I'm not signing up for GoFundMe. I just want to be nice.
Did
Fuck
you
that
give?
shit.
You gotta give. Did you?
I
You
tried.
got to
I
the
just wanted to be
building
anonymous,
and
I
you were
didn't
in the
wanna go through-
parking lot.
I didn't want to go through a bunch of fucking rigmarole.
Yeah, and it's like you gotta sign in with Google, and then you gotta forget your password, and then because you didn't say your password, and then it's like you're spending 20 minutes just to forget what you were doing. You do that shit all the time. I mean, calico
I don't even know what the
cut
password
pants.
it's made is. Dude, AOA, that's what send me shit. Do it. I don't care. I ain't scared. Oh my god. Why do I have to go through all this? I should have just handed Sam fucking $5 yesterday.
I made my Instagram account 2 weeks ago, and it got suspended a day after. I don't know why.
For what?
Like they took me down for some reason. I thought it was because Kanye West was saying crazy shit. I don't know, but it's like you're suspended. Your account. I'm like, I have 10 followers. Like what? Taking down the big dogs over here. Like,
Okay.
and I sent him an email,
there.
desperate.
I mean, your 10 followers are like what?
I'm
Pol
just
Pot
an
and
artist
Hitler and
trying
all
to make some followers on Instagram,
Marx.
and you guys are cutting me short.
Look at that.
Calico.
Look how
Oh,
nice I
yes.
am. So,
Did you?
I don't know if a lot of you guys caught it, but Sam and I went on a ghost investigation at a cemetery last night. We did live stream it. We did live stream it. So you could go to Thresholds of Reality and kind of we live streamed it for about an hour and a half or so. So you can go through and you could see me using the dowsing rods. You could see a couple EVP sessions. You could see the the K2 meter going crazy while Sam's holding it. So what it was is it's a cemetery here in Arizona and Tempe that was they stopped putting people there in '93. It started in the 60s, went to like 93. But what it was is it was like the county. It's like a county cemetery that like most of them only had death dates. So I think it was people that they didn't know who they were, or they didn't have money to be buried, or there was no
Also, like a cemetery for homeless or something like that.
kind
Boring
of
people.
yeah. So there's it looked,
James
and then
Jones.
there was like and like a lot of people had like these little plastic caps that just kind of had their name stamped in it.
Mm.
So we went there, and it was interesting. It was kind of sad. There's like 2 baby sections. There's 2 kid sections, and then around it is all these. You could tell in the 60s, Maricopa County had a lot of money to help, and then all of a sudden, you could tell when they stopped having as much money, like there's this whole section it's all jammed in there where they at least got them like a nice little headstone.
Yeah,
And then they
went from a
to the-
headstone to a plaque to a button on the floor.
Yeah, pretty much. So we went there, and we got some like one of the you could see on there one of the EVP sessions was but it wasn't an EVP session, it was like a spirit box. And I guess she was like a medium. And so what she did was she took the spirit box and plugged it into like noise canceling headphones.
Right.
And then put a blindfold on and then put the headphones on. And she was just saying words that she was hearing through the spirit box. And as we were hearing the words, we were asking questions related to it. And I don't know if it's
Could you hear the spirit box or no?
no. So she couldn't hear our questions, and we couldn't hear the spirit box. So when she would hear something, she would like spit out a word. So like she would say like she said like Dawn.
So she couldn't hear you. You would ask the question, and then whatever came across.
Kind of like the remote viewing situation. Like they would like 2 people like she would be shouting something, but she can't hear what you're saying to see if they would relate. Like,
yes.
What's your name? Roller coaster. Like,
so she was saying these words, and so like based on the words, we were asking questions.
Mm-hmm.
Like I mean, like it started out like you didn't hear nothing, and it was like, "What's your name?" And then she said, "Don." We were standing at a grave marked Donald. And then she kept saying, Nancy, Nancy, Nancy.
Get the hell out. Are you serious? She said Don and you were on Donald's. That shit would, I'd be like, all right, they exist. I'm out.
And it was, I mean, it's on there. You got to fast forward. It's closer to the end of our, so we had 2 mediums there that were kind of talking about what they were feeling and stuff while they were there. Like one of the mediums is like, so what it is the thing is bumped up against there's a mountain here. Actually, it'd be here. And then there's a freeway bumped up right against the freeway. And they said because of the freeway makes a lot of the spirits like they feel trapped like against this fence that's there. And it was so she kept saying Nancy, Nancy, and we're like, who's Nancy? And then a couple seconds later, she's like, girlfriend. And we're like, whose girlfriend? She's Nancy. And I was like, damn. Either she can hear us, but no, she couldn't. It was crazy. Like, and then like she was a medium, and like I was standing in front of her, but then I walked behind her so that I could smoke, so I wasn't blowing my vape, in everybody's face. And it was crazy. She was like, she got this. She's like, I feel the energy of somebody behind me. What's going on? And like, and she didn't know I was standing behind her because she couldn't hear and she was blindfolded. And I was like, oh fuck, I better.
You probably stepped on a
we're like, how did you die? And it was like, I think he said, murdered or pushed or something. And then we're like, pushed by who? And she was like, Pat. That was like, after we said that was the next thing she said.
Pat?
Yeah. And then the other medium there was like saying that she got that she was getting the vibe of like he was killed because he was fighting with someone over the girlfriend, and it was kind of a whole. It was pretty cool though.
No, check it out.
Yeah. What's up?
I'll check it out.
I was gonna say, I think a movie would be cool where the ghost just has you like going and doing tasks, like finding information out about his wife who's still alive and who she's banging.
Well, we asked that. We asked.
Put you on a ghostly scavenger hunt.
Yeah, like, no, I need you to go to my mom and ask her what she did with the dog. Like, and this ghost is just taking advantage of every situation. Like, and you're like, he's just kicked back, sitting there like, that bitch. I knew she was cheating on me.
Like, we were doing another one with Ghost Box things right towards the end of it, and they were talking. She was talking to one person, and then all of a sudden it like she started getting the ones where it started to go away, leave, get out of here. This is my town, leave. And I was like, what the hell? And what she said is, as she was doing the spirit box, she heard one voice, and then an angrier voice came in later and was telling us to leave.
Did she start arguing? Now hold on a second. We're allowed to be here.
Yeah, it's his town. I mean, it was interesting. Like,
yeah,
I don't know if you guys seen what a REM pod is.
Yep.
So they had a REM pod with them, and it wasn't working. It was working, but nothing was making it
set off.
So until we got to the back corner of the kids section, we would sit it down, and then like it would go crazy.
Hey, kids will touch anything.
Almost like the kids were having fun playing with it. It was wild. It was a lot of fun, and shout out to all of them for letting Sam and I tag along, and be a part of it. It was real fun. They're still going through the evidence and stuff, and because everybody was recording and I tried using the dowsing rods, but it was like I would hold them in my hands, and all of a sudden it would just go. I don't know. I don't know if it was moving because of me. I don't know if it was me moving because of like energy. I just really don't know. I don't know if they were moving because I didn't know how to use them. So,
did you ever hear about the people that had the cavities and they would get radio frequencies hitting off their cavities, like their fillings, and they were hearing voices
back in the 60s?
Yeah. How crazy is that?
Sure.
Man, people hearing stuff, and it's like damn EMF, and I'm like, I keep hearing this damn song.
Here.
Radiating.
REM pod at radiating antenna, paranormal ghost hunting equipment tool.
Yep.
But it looks like a can with like lights and an antenna in it. It's kind of a cool little thing.
Yeah, Greg uses one when he does his ghost box.
I've never seen. I watched a few of his. I've never seen him get the REM pod out.
So it's always in the back corner.
Oh.
Of the table. It's a circular thing. It's got all these like 4 or 5 lights on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's got like the little metal antenna that comes out.
Yep. It was pretty cool though. Like, I don't know if like my K2 meter, like I don't know if it was like the freeway, the power lines running underneath, but like why we were there in that little kid section in that corner, my K2 meter was just going ballistic.
Yeah.
The entire time, and I don't know if there was more activity there. Like I said, I don't know if it was because of the underground lines. I don't know if it was I have no idea. Like there's a couple big transformers that were probably like 50 yards away from us. Or if it was just the activity that was going on as we were standing there. But it was kind of cool.
I'll tell you, there'd be a crazy place to go. Ghost town in Pennsylvania, Centralia, the place that's under fire. Like there's a fire underneath it, like the coal mines. and it's still burning. So they made everybody leave this town, like
Oh,
entirely
man.
evacuated, and it's like still burning to this day. I guess it was like $1 billion to put it out, so they just let it go. That would be a creepy place to go and see if you could get some shit.
I think it has something to do with natural gas in the area or something.
Yeah, like they have all this gas and stuff, but now there are a couple.
Yeah.
There are a couple families that were like, we ain't moving, so they're still there. But
Sure, yeah, there's always that.
They got the graffiti. Yeah, we ain't moving. We've lived here our whole lives. They ain't gonna
I've
push
lived
us
here
out.
for 20 minutes. I ain't moving.
I'll die here.
And also, you guys, if you don't want to donate through and put your name and phone number and email address into the GoFundMe, he's also got shirts. If you'd like to purchase a shirt, they have a shitload of designs, women's and men's. So I'm kind of curious about the underground coal fire. That is kind of crazy. So please support Sam if you can. I really appreciate it.
I like the stick guy there. They're on the dodgeball.
What's that?
That's pretty cool. The stick figure. They're on the dodgeball.
Yeah, that did stick out to me. I noticed that one.
Which one?
It's a stick figure. It's like throwing
Throwing
the
a
ball.
dodgeball. Yeah,
It
throwing the
was
ball.
gray. Yeah,
Right there.
right.
That's
That is pretty cool. $30. Don't they know? Doesn't they know we're in a recession?
Is that bulk? Is that more than one?
Geez, I wonder if it's more for fat people. Oh, good. At least they're not discriminating.
5X.
Can you get lower thread count for a lower price?
So there. If you guys want to help them out, please do. Thank you guys for hanging out for us while we were talking ghost hunting and coal fires. We appreciate everybody. Sticks, you're more than welcome to come on whenever you want. Don't wait for me to ask. If you want to come on, just come on.
Well, I need the link, so I have to ask. So
Yeah, the link changes, but don't wait for me to ask to come on. If you ever want to come on, just come on.
yeah, I'll shoot you a message. And anytime you do want me on, just send me the link and I'll show up.
And thanks again for Hartman for coming on and just being you. It was an awesome experience. I love it.
Hey, Kyle.
I appreciate you, Hartman.
I appreciate you, Kyle.
So on that note, bye-bye.